to Alpha. The city of 1,000 planets, where for hundreds of years, every species has shared their knowledge and their intelligence with each other. It's paradise.
Amazing.
After centuries of peace and prosperity, an unknown force wants to destroy all we have created.
Agents Valerian and Laureline, you have less than 10 hours to find the threat and eliminate it.
Let's get to work.
The whole universe is after us.
We need the two of you to be the guardians of our future.
You sure you know what you're doing?
Valerian, trust me.
How much time left?
Your destiny is in your hands.
Aloha! This is Trinidad, your island man, coming to you live once again from beautiful Hawaii, here on the island of Oahu, bringing you the best movie reviews on the entire island. And yes, this is Trinidad, the island man, your island man, and today I want to go ahead and tell you about a wonderful movie that I just saw called Valerian and the City of 1,000 Planets. And let me just tell you that this was a movie by the French director Luc Besson. It starred Dane DeHaan and Cara Delevingne, and a whole host of other people, including Clive Owens, Rihanna. It was a fantastic movie. And remember our rating scale: Shaka thumbs up, I recommend it, it's good to see. Shaka thumbs down, it's bad to see, it's junk. And, well, for Valerian, the City of 1,000 Planets, I got to give it a strong Shaka thumbs up. The best way that I can go ahead and describe this movie in a nutshell would be kind of a throwback to the epic space operas of Flash Gordon. Throw in a little bit of The Fifth Element and also Babylon 5. The visuals on this were spectacular and absolutely incredible. If you can see it in 3D, I definitely did. 3D or IMAX would be the best way to see this theater. But see this in the theater. Definitely go ahead and see this movie and support it. It is a fairly original film based on a French comic book or graphic novel, and I loved it. It was fantastic. It was an independent movie. Luc Besson actually used crowdfunding to get this movie started and off the ground. And it is the largest crowdfunded independent movie, being about $200 million for the total cost. So yeah, definitely go and check this out. Support it if you want to see original new ideas in science fiction. If you've been kind of bored with the latest Star Treks, and all these other movies that have come out, this definitely offers a very unique and fresh approach that you won't be bored with at all. Now, let me just say that the first act was very interesting. It set up the groundwork, opening up with kind of a throwback to Enterprise, the Star Trek TV show, where it shows, from the human perspective, humans going off into space, setting up the space station, getting everyone united on the planet behind the space station and space exploration. And then as the years continue on, you find out that they go ahead and bring in a whole bunch of space aliens into this space station, and it just grows in size and mass far beyond that which can continue to rotate around the Earth. And thus, the space station becomes the city of Alpha, the city of 1,000 planets, whereas all these alien species come together on the space station, very much like Babylon 5, but in a much, much larger scope. The station is about the size of a planet when it's all said and done. This actually covered the range of topics and a gambit of interesting ideas, everything from refugees to cultural relations, including, the current look at war and what people would do to win a war, and what would happen to people caught, innocent people caught in between things, and so we get to see basically an entire race, an entire planet wiped out, just, for one man's, quest for power, perhaps, but also, for what he feels is right in defending the Earth's values, right or wrong. Again, the only science fiction TV show that I've seen cover all these to that extent would be Babylon 5, which was a fantastic series lasting 5 seasons. Go back and watch it. Some of the art design in this was very similar with the ships, a very organic sense, and you could really immerse yourself into the aliens and see, how well the CGI, the motion capture, but not only that, but, the actual costuming and makeup design helped to enhance the entire world. The sets and also the green screen all melded together into one to form a beautiful alien backdrop and scenery to this movie. It's half James Bond, half Star Wars prequel, the way that they should have been. The way that they should have been interesting and intriguing, and it was fantastic. I thoroughly enjoyed this movie. It was great, and I strongly recommend it. Please, go ahead and see it. Full price, 3D. You won't be dissatisfied with it, and I can't wait for the Blu-ray to come so that I can go over all of the behind-the-scenes, extras on the Blu-ray disc and see how this was created and how this was filmed. Again, this was based on a comic book. Depending on how this is done and how well it does at the box office, to recoup that $200 million, budget for the movie, we'll see if there's another sequel. There's definitely more tales of this story to be told, of these two agents. Like I said, space battles, gunfights, chase scenes, even a little bit of hand-to-hand combat. I would like to have seen a little bit more hand-to-hand combat, but, it is space, it is with aliens, and they do what they can, and there is a good amount of it. But the shootouts, the space scenes, very reminiscent of, Rogue One Star Wars with the final scene of the space battle there. You get that in the third act. You get, a large amount of melee in the third act as well. And the only weakness I'd say was that the second half of the movie did slow down a little bit as it was trying to catch up with all the exposition. But other than that, again, strong shaka thumbs up for Valerian, the city of 1,000 planets. Do yourselves a favor. Go ahead and see it. Go ahead and take your family to go see it. See it in 3D, full price, matinee, the $6 Tuesday at Regal or $7 at Consolidated on Tuesday. Whatever you can, go out and support this movie because it is a feast for the eyes and you won't be dissatisfied with it. All right? Thank you, and aloha.